Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, the Bawanas, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, and YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor with love, truth, sincerity. Right, I want to get into a topic. I think I pretty much name it the labor of this world, or the labors of this world will come to naught. Just thinking that everything that's pretty much within a society, um, all the as it says in Wisdom of Solomon 5:2, uh, how it says that our labors are not accounted for. They haven't accounted for all our labors and stuff like that, and we see it every single day that you know you just work and what is your labor really accounted for. you know you don't barely have enough to do the bare necessities and things and what you have to do. And this is why we look forward towards having that heavenly rest. For we know that for here we have no continuing city. And we desperately look forward toward that, man, because this truly isn't living. But we suffer it patiently, waiting for our Lord Yahawashi to make his second return. Okay, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes 6:1, and it reads, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men, a man to whom Yahweh have given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul. Of all that he desireth, yet Yahweh giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease." So, this was King Solomon, in all his wisdom, going through his mind and, thinking upon different things, that pertains to the world, different factions, different functions, the ways of the world, and how he said he tried wisdom, madness, and folly, and different stuff like that. This would truly led him to be the wisest man upon the face of the earth. Because also I believe it's Proverbs, I believe it's like the 18th chapter, and it says, a wise man seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom, roughly paraphrasing. All right. And, he noticed amongst his journey that, you will have someone that labors, to obtain, whether it be wealth or career or this or that, but yet, he has to continue to labor to keep up, whether it's the lifestyle, the way that he's living, or just to keep, that flow of income coming in. But yet you have other people that's enjoying pretty much the fruits of your labors, and you got to constantly work hard for it. And within the society, it's really nothing to look forward to, because we know that this thing is about to end. And then when you look at, what people getting paid in retirements and people trying to depend on 401ks and all of that, man, and they still gonna be struggling, So I mean, just going through this, man, you definitely see, where King Solomon was coming from. It's crazy, man. But this hell for us as Israelites. Okay, so this verse 3, it says, "If a man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he." All right, let me read that again. It says, "If a man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he." Because, part of us, laboring, we labor, for the love of the Lord, for the love of the brotherhood, and, Lord willing, the Lord have mercy upon us. but also a big part of that is, hoping and praying, that the Lord delivers your family as well, you know. So, in this verse pretty much here, it's like a man that, lived many years and he have this, he have that, got many children, but yet your children don't have honor amongst them or dignity, and different things like that, and living, in a righteous manner as they should be. The scriptures is explaining that it's better for that man to have a untimely, uh, it says, I say that an untimely birth is better than he, you know, because if you've, put in all this effort and you don't have someone there to, pretty much show you that love, or, that type of respect or dignity that you've been blessing them with, it's like, what really is there, when we labor and we do this work, we look forward to be uh, filled with good, for the many days and hardships that brothers go through, for the week in and week outs, out there in the highways and byways, you know, we look to eventually be taken care of by the Lord. You know, that's going to be our good. Okay. But within today's society, and how things are, people aren't truly, they try to come up with this saying, oh, yeah, I'm just living my best life and all of that. Everything is shrouded in darkness here, man. So how are you living your best life, Verse 4 says, for he cometh and with vanity and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Because all that he did, all this man did, you know, obviously it shows by, the previous scripture saying that, and he have no burial, that, his name wasn't kept on. And, the scriptures say that a good name is better than a precious ointment, so it's like your name was never there, just like in the case of music, the scriptures also say that the daughters of music shall be brought low. Back in older times, people would be remembered. You would have older rappers, older singers, older groups, and different stuff like that. They will be remembered generations down the line. But nowadays, the way that everything is going so fast, and everything is speeding up, you can't remember. People are not remembering the rapper that came out yesterday, or the singer, or this person that came out yesterday, because everything is moving so fast. And people not, standing the test of time, so to speak, for that name to be as, a precious ointment, so to speak. Just trying to use it in that type of term. All right. So, verse 5 it says, moreover, he have not seen the sun, nor known anything. This have more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years, twice told. Pretty much meaning that he, if he lived, a long time, it's pretty much like you lived like 2 lifetimes, like you lived many years, pretty much, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place, to the grave, All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. Going into the book of Haggai, Haggai 1:6, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in the bag with holes. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. So this is exactly how it is for our people and for us on a day to day. The way that we have to labor and the amount of laboring that we have to do within the society, we're still not fulfilled as far as any type of level. And then when Esau is the true devil because he kills things on all spectrums. He kills two birds with one stone. He pretty much taking your money out your pocket before you even get it, barely leaving you with enough to survive, and at the same time taking up your time with an 8-hour a day job, or whether you got a job you might have to work mandatory hours, 10 to 12 hours, something like that. The commute from work, whether you gotta drive 30 minutes or catch a bus or catch two buses, and then from that you're studying, collect, discollect, what I mean? You won't hardly see your family, different things like that. All these different things come into play, and that's how Esau has a society set up, So in no ways are we filled, but it's more so talking about as far as the monetary aspect, okay? So this verse 8, it says, "For what hath the wise more than the fool? What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wondering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit." Yeah, better is the sight of the eyes than the wondering of desire. Because the wondering of desire, of things within this world, it brings you into so many different facets, and it just causes nothing but aggravation. And we know that as prophets, we're brought here to suffer. Some brothers is okay, some brothers is not. But regardless of what, you try to fill your head with so many different ideas to do this and to do that, is going to cause nothing more but frustration upon your life. That's why one thing, I believe Apostle Bar said before, is like, as a prophet, we pretty much should live simple lives, as simple as possible, and not make things too complicated for ourselves, make it easier, make the burden light upon ourselves, Verse 10, it says, "That which have been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he." We know that gets into, our reincarnation. But verse 11, it says, "Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is man the better?" So how much better is man if, regardless, you constantly see the different things that are upon the earth are all vanity, man. That's why, like, this lesson is entitled, "The labors of this world is vanity, man. It's vain." Because it's not coming to anything. We everything in this world is going to be destroyed. What is it truly coming to? We doing what we got to do to survive, and that's pretty much it. For who knoweth what is good for man in his life, all the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? So King Solomon noticed himself, and many people would think, well, he had something had to be wrong with him. He had to be crazy. He got all the riches, all the women, and all of that, but yet in all his splendor and all his goodly apparel, and with all his wisdom, he still recognized that everything under the sun is vanity and vexation of spirit, man. And when you truly sit back, you can truly understand what he means by all of this, man, because there's only but so many different things you could do here within whack ass Babylon or this earth, as Esau have it. But the kingdom is going to be so much more than that, man. But the way that we laboring for this truth is going to breed so much more than anything that this world could ever offer. Because the scriptures is what truly bring life, is what truly brings prosperity. This is 1 Corinthians 15:58, and it says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." So this is the only labor that actually counts for something. the laboring for our jobs and different stuff, that's just to basically hold it down. But this is the true labor, the work and the love of the Lord is what counts at the end of the day, because this is what is going to bring us, Lord willing, into, those heavenly bodies and that heavenly rest in which we all desperately hope for, So, I just wanted to bring that out, for brothers just to stay mindful, to keep your eyes on the prize, and, just even though, we constantly go through so much day in and day out, just try to stay locked in, as much as possible, man, and just constantly remember that everything in this world is going to be done and away with soon, man, and soon, Lord willing, we're going to get the victory if we're a part of that elect, man, But with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, the Bawanas to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and Shalawam to the elect out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalawam.